the tree and the raven. In the depths of the enchanted woods, there stood an ancient, majestic tree. Its gnarled branches stretched out towards the sky, creating a natural canopy that provided shelter to the creatures that inhabited the forest. Among these creatures was a raven, who had chosen the tree as his home and who had gained the unique ability to communicate with the humans who ventured into the forest. One day, a man named Edgar Allan Poe, a well-known poet and writer, stumbled upon the tree and the raven. Intrigued by the raven's ability to speak, he engaged in a conversation with the bird, who served as the tree's spokesman. The conversation between the tree, the raven, and Edgar Allan Poe. As Poe approached the tree, the raven perched on a branch and began to speak. "Greetings, traveler," it said. "I am the raven, and I have been granted the gift of speech by this ancient tree. It is my duty to protect and guide those who come upon its presence." Poe, a man of inquisitive nature, was captivated by the raven's words. "Tell me more about this tree and its abilities," he asked. The raven continued, "This tree is many centuries old and has witnessed countless events and the passing of time. It is a source of knowledge and wisdom, and it has the power to communicate with those who are worthy and respectful of its existence." Poe, eager to learn more, inquired about the tree's origins. The raven explained that the tree had been planted by ancient druids who revered nature and believed in the power of the natural world. As the tree grew, so too did its knowledge and understanding of the forest and its inhabitants. As their conversation continued, the tree itself began to speak, its voice resonating through the woods. "My roots stretch deep into the earth, and my branches reach up towards the heavens," it said. "I have seen the births and deaths of countless creatures, and I have learned much from their lives and struggles." Poe, enthralled by the wisdom of the tree and the raven, began to compose a poem in his mind, inspired by the beauty and mystery of the ancient woodland. He asked the tree and the raven if he could share their story with the world. The raven replied, "It is our greatest wish that our story be shared, for it is through the exchange of knowledge and understanding that we can all grow and learn from one another." And so, with the trees and raven's blessing, Poe took pen to paper and began to write a poem that would come to be known as classic piece of literature, immortalized the tree, the raven, and the wisdom of the woods, ensuring that their story would be shared for generations to come. One day, as Edgar Allan Poe was walking in the forest, a white raven named Joanna appeared to him. She was a beautiful and mysterious creature, and Poe was immediately captivated by her presence. The raven spoke to him, warning him of the dangers that lay ahead. "Edgar Allan Poe," she said, "you must be careful. The forest is not what it seems. The tree of knowledge, with its ancient wisdom, harbors a dark and malevolent power. It seeks to ensnare those who seek its knowledge and bend them to its will." Poe was taken aback by Joanna's words. He had always felt a deep connection to the natural world, and the forest had always been a source of inspiration for his writing. But now, he felt a sense of unease and foreboding. "What do you mean?" he asked Joanna. "How can the tree of knowledge be evil?" Joanna explained that the tree's knowledge was a double-edged sword, capable of both enlightenment and corruption. It held secrets that could drive a person to madness and despair, and there were those who sought to exploit its power for their own nefarious purposes. As Poe listened to Joanna's warning, he felt a sense of fear and uncertainty creeping into his heart. He had always been drawn to the tree's ancient wisdom, but now he realized that it held a darkness that he had never imagined. Despite his fears, Poe was determined to continue his journey. He knew that the forest held many secrets, and he was determined to uncover them. With Joanna's warning ringing in his ears, he set out into the unknown, ready to face whatever dangers lay ahead. As he journeyed deeper into the forest, Poe encountered many challenges and obstacles. But he never forgot Joanna's warning, and he remained vigilant at all times. In the end, he emerged from the forest a wiser and more enlightened man, having learned the true meaning of courage and perseverance. After Joanna warns Poe about the dangers of the tree of knowledge, she tells him that he too can gain knowledge and wisdom as if he was the tree of knowledge if he drinks the syrup that the tree produces each full moon. Poe is intrigued by this offer, but he is also wary of the potential dangers. Joanna assures him that the syrup is safe and that it will only enhance his understanding of the world around him. Poe decides to take the risk and drinks the syrup during the next full moon. As he drinks it, he feels a surge of energy and a heightened sense of awareness. He begins to see the world in a new light, noticing details and patterns that he had never seen before. He feels a deep connection to the natural world and a sense of oneness with all living things. However, as time goes on, Poe begins to experience strange and unsettling visions. He sees dark and twisted images that fill him with fear and dread. He begins to feel as though he is losing his grip on reality and that he is being consumed by the very darkness he sought to understand. Despite his fears, Poe continues to drink the syrup each full moon, unable to resist the lure of its power. He becomes increasingly obsessed with the Tree of Knowledge and its secrets, spending long hours in the forest, searching for answers. In the end, Poe's obsession with the Tree of Knowledge leads him down a dark and dangerous path. He becomes consumed by his quest for knowledge and loses sight of the things that truly matter in life. He becomes a shadow of his former self, haunted by the darkness that he has unleashed. After drinking the syrup produced by the Tree of Knowledge, Poe becomes increasingly obsessed with its power and the secrets it holds. He spends long hours in the forest, searching for answers and becoming more and more consumed by his quest for knowledge. One day, as he wanders through the forest, Poe encounters the White Raven once again. Joanna looks at him with a mixture of sadness and concern, knowing that he has become lost in his pursuit of knowledge. "Poe," she says, "I warned you about the dangers of the Tree of Knowledge. You have become consumed by its power, and it has led you down a dark and dangerous path." Poe looks at her with a mixture of defiance and desperation. "I had to know," he says. "I had to understand the secrets of the universe. And now that I do, I cannot turn back." Joanna shakes her head sadly. "You have been blinded by your own ambition," she says. "You have lost sight of the things that truly matter in life. You have become a slave to your own desires." Poe feels a sense of anger and frustration rising within him. He cannot accept that his quest for knowledge has led him astray. He believes that he has uncovered the secrets of the universe and that he is on the brink of a great discovery.